I'm Jenny Carlson here with Barry Trammell and Gina Mizell. We're in Glendale, Arizona, where tonight in the Fiesta Bowl, Oklahoma State has defeated Stanford 41-38 in overtime. And Barry, this was a historic season for Oklahoma State. Was this not a fitting end to this season for the Cowboys?
Well, an unbelievable season, unbelievable game. This is a game the Cowboys never led until Quinn Sharp's overtime field goal goes through the uprights and ends the game. So hard to script a better night for Oklahoma State football.
Definitely so. And Gina, that end of the game, such a crazy sequence, but really it came down to redemption. You talked about that in your story after the game. What kind of redemption are we talking about?
Well, Barry mentioned Quinn Sharp and just, his redemption. I asked him earlier this week about the kick at Iowa State, that if that kick goes through the uprights, Oklahoma State's playing in New Orleans on January 9th, not in this game. But I said, would you love to have a chance to kick a game winner? And he said, absolutely. You never know if it's going to come down to that, but I'd love that shot. He got that shot. So he, drilled the kick in overtime, which Stanford's kicker, Jordan Williamson, missed 2 kicks, which is why he had the chance to do that. And then you go back to, the defense. They gave up two drives in the second half that were over 6 minutes long. Just kind of, again, those grinding Stanford drives that we've come to know. And they kind of got redemption for their performance. And then you even look at the offense. They got a turnover on the 3-yard line. Couldn't punch it in for a touchdown, and yet they had a chance, to win the game for this team. So, yeah, redemption all around for this squad, and obviously a great ending to this game.
Barry, let's talk a little bit about the Cowboy offense, because they had some fits and starts, but when they needed them, it was Weeden to Blackman. We've seen it before, but those guys were huge tonight.
Well, it was a strange game for the OSU offense. They do virtually nothing in the first and third quarters. OSU gets down 14-zip, but then in the second quarter, Cowboys catch a fire, score 3 touchdowns. Fourth quarter, they're down, get the ball twice, both times down 7, both times go the length of the field to score. So second and fourth quarters, 5 possessions, 5 touchdowns. So it was a hot and cold night, but when they really had to have it, this offense produced.
Justin Blackman catching 8 passes tonight, 3 touchdowns. And it just was a crazy finish, but a great finish. And Gina, we talked about this off camera. Another biggest win ever in Cowboy history. I mean, it seems like they racked up those like they did wins practically this year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's felt like every week was a historic week for this team. You look at the game at Texas A&M, we called that the greatest win in school history. You look at the Bedlam win, we called that the greatest win in school history because it won the Big 12 championship. It clinched a berth in this game. And now to win this game against a great Stanford team, against the number 4 team in the country, on the national stage, in a game that everyone expected to be a great, a classic matchup, it was exactly that. And for the Cowboys to come out with a victory, it's great for these seniors that cap their Cowboy careers in a great way. It's great for these younger players that kind of propels them into the offseason, into next season. And now it's going to be interesting to see if these guys can sustain it. If this was a one-year wonder, if this is a program that's risen and now is going to be one of these elite programs in the nation.
I haven't even got the field cleaned off here, and we're already talking about next season. Be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.